Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on this channel. And in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the new Thailand version of Todd Marcus, the Cars 1 no-stall stock car racer. Now, I just found this guy literally the other day at Walmart. Didn't find much else from his case, but hey, here he is. And he looks, I don't know how he looks. We'll see how he looks out of the package. But, taking a look at the packaging here, we got the standard 2021 Mattel design with Todd Marcus's art on full display. I'm glad they switched back to that after the horrendous cutting of the artwork in half with the Blue Desert design. I did not like that. We got the metal logo here in the corner with the Cars logo in the other corner. And on the back, we got other cars in, well, not in this case, but in recent cases, including the Easter Buggy, Ramon, the Green Ramon, Todd himself, Darren Leadfoot, Ruby, Easy Oaks, and Andrea. We'll be taking a look at these two, and the Easter Buggy relatively soon. Ramon we'll get around to eventually. And yeah, that about does it. These are all from Cars 1, by the way. Yeah. So let me crack this guy open, and we'll take a look at this guy out of the package. Alright, so here's Todd all opened up out of his packaging, and, I don't know. I mean, Thailand usually hits pretty hard with their re-releases, and they got some pretty cool expressions, but I just don't know how I feel about Todd Word here. We'll have to see as the review goes on, but I don't know, something's just off about him to me. Don't know what. But, enough about that. Let's get into the actual diecast. So, real quick before we begin, actually, his appearance in the film is in Cars 1, of course. He appears in the Motor Speedway of the South scene. He crashes into Claude Scruggs in his most iconic moment. And McQueen jumps off of Claude while Todd sits there in the background. Pretty eventful life for a background racer. He's also in Cars Fast as Lightning, I believe it was called, a mobile game where he had a voice actor and everything and was actually a relatively main character. So Todd has quite the profile, despite being, you know, standard background racer number 34, or 36, because he's number 1, 2, 3, he's the last one. But yeah, surprising that Todd has so many appearances. Starting things off with the diecast, we'll start off with the front here, and he is a red color, first of all. Not quite the same red as McQueen, but very close to it. He's got two headlights, one with the 1, 2, 3 on the right side. Over it, these headlights are decals. Of course, race cars don't need headlights. The track is always lit. And he's got a tiny grille here. Not sure if I like how that looks, but, yeah. That's his grille. In all honesty, it should be more ovally and less flat at the bottom. His mouth is, he's kind of angry, and his eyes, I don't know about them. It looks like he's looking up at something, like he's looking up at the Lightyear blimp while he's racing and going like, is that thing looking at me? I don't know, that's just the vibe I get from his expression. But moving on to the hood, he's got the no-stall logo on the hood. 4 hood pins, they are your typical decal for hood pins. And moving on to the roof, he's got the number 1, 2, 3 in white with a black outline. On the deck lid, he's got the no-stall logo on a black background with the deck lid pins on the deck lid here. Pretty standard stuff. Moving on to the side here, he has Lightyear text on his tires with all black rims. That is inaccurate. He said I have red trim on them. But China didn't do that either, so I'll give Thailand a pass there. And then his side is very busy. It makes up for the rather bland top. He's got the no-stall logo back here, over the gas cap. And then he's got 3 white lines that go into the side here, and a checkered flag pattern that starts up here with white and red, and descends to slowly gradient into white and black. Pretty nifty that there's a gradient there. And then we got the number 1, 2, 3 on the side in white with the black outline. And then he's got a black stripe going down the middle with some white stripes around it, a white stripe here in the back of the checkered flag decaling, a black stripe down here that fades into red, And the contingency sponsors, of course, which are the Piston Cup Nitrate, Revolting Octane Gain, Mood Springs, No Stall, Vitaline, Gaskets, Gasprin, Easy Idle, RPM, Little Turkey Pistons, Leakless, Reshred, and Clutch Aid. I miss doing that. Then he's got some black up here as well, that intersects into the back. And speaking of the back, moving to the rear of the vehicle, he's got the number 1, 2, 3 over his left taillight, another taillight over here, the checkered flag detailing going down the rear of the vehicle. It is not centered. I like that, actually. It looks nice. And the No Stall logo smack dab in the middle. His spoiler is black, somewhat, and he's got 4 supports for that spoiler. The right side is the same as the left, so no sense in going over that. And finally, let's compare him with Todd Marcus. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just feeling Todd a bit more. I don't know if it's nostalgia talking there or what, but he just looks a little bit better. It might be the red trim I gave his rims. I might have to do that with Thailand Todd here to see how that looks. But the expression, I just like the Sina expression more. It's nearly identical, but Thailand Todd is looking upward, whereas Sina Todd is looking forward, and I just prefer that. Also, his grille looks a lot better. It's higher up. Personally, I like that more. Moving on to the side here, not much is different, actually. They actually did a really good job with him. The only thing is that the gas cap is a lot more detailed on the Thailand model, so you can see it more clearly. Other than that, his contingency sponsors aren't too blurry. I mean, they are blurry compared to the Sina one, but they're readable. So, I'll give him that. He does have good decal work. Moving on to the back here, his spoiler, is about as the same, cuts off at the same point. It's just that the mold lining is a lot easier to see compared to the Sina version. And, taillights are a little darker. Other than that, nothing too different, and same up here, too. The red is a bit more vibrant on the Sina version, though. Thailand's red is a bit more faded. But yeah, I think that'll about do it for the comparison. Guys, one last thing to bring in here. Here is, Jonas Carvers from Thailand, the only other no-stall racer we've gotten from Thailand. And, I'm gonna just go ahead and say that, Jonas Thailand did a really good job on. No complaints there. But, Thailand Todd. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but he is really good. So if you don't have Todd in your collection, be sure to pick this guy up. But if you have the Sina one already and it's in pretty good shape, I don't know if you really need this variant. Yeah, that will about wrap up this review, guys. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!